twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we'd watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Well, you can tell we haven't had experience in having this many people come through graduation before. Let me welcome everyone to the 2011 commencement ceremonies of South Piedmont Community College. This is a special time for all of you graduates. You worked hard. You've earned a certificate, degree, or diploma. And it's a special time for you and for your families. Graduates, you did it on your own, but with strong support, both from your family, and I hope you thank them for their support, and from a great group of faculty and support staff. You get a chance to see them tonight. If you haven't done so, please thank them as well. As I have done in previous graduations, I want to recognize a special group here tonight for a legacy class. This year we're pleased to graduate the first class of the Union County Early College high school students who will be receiving a college diploma or associate degree tonight. They had their high school graduation ceremony last night. I believe there are 23 students who are participating in receiving an award tonight. Would those members of this first class please stand? I think they're over here somewhere. Baby, where are you? Y'all stand up. Stand up over there. Put you in the far corner. There you go. We also have the third graduating class from Anson County Early College High School, and Deborah Davis and her staff are also over here. Deborah, stand up with your group tonight as well. Lisa Davis, who is the chairman of the Anson County School Board, and Francis Williamson, who is the assistant superintendent. I believe they are they here tonight? Right there. Over here. Okay, over here in the front row. Thank you all for being here. With that, Ms. Paige Moore, who will represent the SGA.
Thank you, Dr. Terry. My name is Paige Moore. I am here as a representative of the Student Government Executive Board. On behalf of the Student Government Association, I would like to welcome you to the 2011 graduation ceremony. Like you, I'm a proud member of the SPCC graduating class of 2011. Yay! As you all know, getting to this point has not been easy. For 2 years, though for some of us it's been longer than that, we've We've all struggled to stay motivated. We've procrastinated, lost sleep, a lot of sleep, stressed over finals, which I'm so glad are over, juggled work, juggled school, juggled kids, and for the most part, planned our lives around classes and their deadlines. Through our struggles, we have made it to this point. We have worked for the right to wear these extremely stylish black robes and matching caps. Though you may not know the person sitting to your right, you may know one thing, that they, like you, have remained dedicated to getting their education. And though you may not know exactly where you're going after you walk across this stage, you can still take pride in the fact that you're successfully moving into your future. As our motto clearly states, start here, go anywhere. Thank you.
Colleagues, students, and guests, it is my pleasure to introduce our speaker this evening, Ms. Ratasha Simmons. Ratasha was born and raised in Raleigh, North Carolina, and currently resides in Indian Trail. She attended and graduated from Shaw University in 1996, where she met her husband, Jermaine. They have two daughters, Imani, who is 8 years old, and Jada, who is 5 years old. In addition to being a full-time student, wife, and mom, Ratasha finds the time to volunteer at Metro Christian Academy once a week, where her daughters attend. She is also an active member of Elizabeth Missionary Baptist Church in Monroe. Over the course of several years, Ratasha felt that she needed to do more with her education. With the support of her husband and children, Ratasha returned to the educational arena and began taking classes at South Piedmont Community College in the fall of 2008 in the Advertising and Graphic Design degree program. As part of one of the assignments in this program, students must write an article or book which must be published. Ratasha's book, entitled The Cupcake Adventures of Imani and Jada, which is a book about her children, was published as directed by her instructor. However, to add fuel to this excitement of having a published book, Ratasha was invited back to Shaw University for a book signing of this new book. Ratasha is a member of the Phi Theta Kappa International Honor Society, the Advertising and Graphic Design Club known as JTEG, and the Arts and Crafts Club. Ratasha will graduate this evening with an Associate in Applied Science degree in Advertising and Graphic Design. In addition to this degree, she will also complete certificates in the Creative Design Certificate and the Advertising and Graphic Design Certificate. Please welcome Ms. Ratasha Simmons.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
To Dr. McKay, our Board of Trustees, faculty, administration, staff, students, family, and friends, good evening, and welcome again to the 2011 commencement of South Piedmont Community College. I am Ratasha Simmons, and I have been given the distinct honor and privilege of sharing a small portion of my life with you this evening. My only hope is that my story will encourage someone to keep moving forward. For I grew up in a home with lots of love, parents who loved me and raised me the best they knew how, with 8 aunts and 5 uncles nurturing me and setting great examples before me, and 1 grandmother who expected nothing less than greatness. She would always say to me, when you go to college, then she'd fill in the rest. It was never if you go to college, but always when you go to college. When you go to college. A seed had been planted and the bar had been raised. I can vividly remember my junior year in high school coming to an end and tough decisions needing to be made because I could always hear my grandmother in my ear, when you go to college. Now just between you and I was never brave enough to tell my grandmother that I wasn't college material, because deep down inside I knew that I was. And according to my grandmother, Miss Mary Jones, well, let's just say I come from good stock. My senior year in college comes and goes in the blink of an eye. Friends having babies, others going on to further their education, and even those headed straight from the graduation celebration to a dead-end job. Now, where was I, you might ask? Well, you see, I was stuck between wanting to do what was expected of me and wanting to live my life, because I felt that
I was grown. I had just graduated from high school. So in my mind, shouldn't that account for something? But in the end, I chose to respect my family's long tradition by enrolling in school. And boy, did I strike out. Attending classes when I felt like it, turning in homework assignments at my own leisure, essentially wasting my family's money, and eventually flunking out. Now, I can look back on that time now and understand that it wasn't the wisest decision in the world. But even in failure, there's always a lesson to be learned. With no degree and no more slack from my mom, I knew something had to change. Well, that's when I decided to try my hand at working. And at 18, 19 years old, this thing that they call work, this thing that I was so eager to become a part of, you see, this was reality 101, 201, and advanced classes all rolled up into 40 hours a week, working third shift at $6.25 an hour. You see, all the places that I wanted to work wouldn't hire me. Why? You guessed it. Because I had no work experience, no life experience, and no degree. Wanting to keep my intentions a secret, I decided to re-enroll in school, this time Shaw University. With the love and support from my mother, my brother, and my father, they were my biggest support systems when I needed it. And I am proud to say that in May of 1999, I attained my Bachelor's of Science degree in accounting. Now, with a man, a degree, proud parents, and proud grandparents, I was on my way. The job eventually came, raises came, promotions ensued, and the list goes on. But after several years of hard work, a splendid marriage, and two of the most beautiful children I have ever laid my eyes on, Imani and Jada, life began to change yet again for me. I wasn't feeling as fulfilled anymore. So after many prayers, I decided to tell my husband I wanted to return to school. And I don't really think he was too happy when I told him it wasn't to become a certified public accountant, but to try my hand in graphic design. But through it all, he was still supportive, and I will always love and respect him for that. Still not certain exactly what I wanted to do, I asked myself 4 basic questions. Number 1, what was I good at? Number 2, what was the ultimate goal in which I was trying to attain? Number 3, how was I going to attain this goal on such a limited budget? And number 4, was it worth the risk? After doing my research, South Piedmont Community College was the perfect fit. Start here, go anywhere. My experience here these past several years has been more than fulfilling. This institution has given me opportunities that I never thought possible. Who would have thought that in my second year I would be a published author having book signs, or creating logos for contests for our local businesses and winning? Start here, go anywhere. You see, the part where I came from, it wasn't a lot of opportunities, but yet still, I was still able to make it. And with the help and support of my loving family, I will always appreciate that. But as you can imagine, walking into anything new can definitely be nerve-wracking. And that's again when I hear my grandmother in my ear. When you go to college. When you go to college. And I began to walk a little taller. I think of my beautiful aunts, Karen Haynes, Cynthia Lyons, and Dorothy Ravenel, who chose to return to school in their 40s and 50s. And that's yet again when I walk a little taller. Meeting caring instructors such as Cheryl Hicks, Linda Ward, Oscar Gonzalez, just to name a few, allow me to walk a little taller and smile just a little brighter. Mrs. Hicks, she encourages me to keep moving forward, to not overthink things. Just let the inspiration flow and see what amazing things come from it. She's taught me a lot about myself, things that I did not know were there, or things that I had even forgotten were there. And Mrs. Ward has taught me more than how to use a bag. She's taught me about life, how to treat people in this life. And my other instructors, well, they've given me valuable tools I know I will take with me when I leave this place. You see, if not for South Piedmont Community College and their amazing staff, I would not be standing in front of you today giving a speech such as this. If not for South Piedmont Community College, I would not be able to show my children, your children, that they can do anything they set their minds to at any age because I did. SPCC has given me more than just a degree or certificate. They've given me confidence, satisfaction, connections, and most importantly, my purpose. So let's revisit the 4 questions I asked myself. Number 1, what was I good at? Check. Number 2, what was the ultimate goal which I was trying to attain? Check. Number 3, how was I going to attain this goal on such a limited budget? Check. And number 4, was it worth the risk? Absolutely. Check. When we leave this place today, be proud of what you have accomplished. No matter how you got here, understand you did it and rose to the occasion. In the eloquent words of an Irish blessing, may the road rise to meet you, and may the wind be ever at your back. May the sun shine warmly upon your face, and the rains fall gently upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the hollows of his hands. Thank you.
First, I want to take a second and congratulate each and every one of you. This is a great night for you and your families. It is nothing to be taken lightly. You've worked hard and you've earned it. Secondly, I have one last exam question for you. Are you ready to graduate? Yes! I have to present you people to the president for graduation. So I'm going to ask that exam question again. Are you ready to graduate? Yes! Okay, you convinced me. President McKay, on behalf of the faculty and is verified by the college registrar, it is my pleasure to present these candidates to you for conferral of degrees, diplomas, and certificates. Will the first row of candidates please rise? Go ahead and stop. Such a fantastic. Tina Helbig, Associate Arts degree. Kristen Helm, Kristen Helm, Technical Assistant Diploma. Megan Helm, Medical Science degree. Radiation therapy technology degree. Gastroenteritis, medical sonography degree. Tiffany Mangum, therapeutic science diploma. Alyssa Mann, early childhood special education degree. Matthew Rowley, medical assistant diploma.
Porter, Associate Degree in Nursing. John Ware, Electrical, Electronics Technology degree. Alicia West. Jessica Westover, Olivia White, Associate in Science degree. Amy Williamson, Associate Degree in Nursing. Sandra White, Medical Assistant Diploma. Kira Williams, Medical Office Administration degree. Embryo Willoughby, Associate in Science degree. Pamela Wilson, Caroline Winston, Associate in Arts degree. Lucy Woodall, Associate in Arts degree. Lauren Wright, Advertising and Graphic Design degree. Julia York, Infant Toddler Care Certificate. Rachel Pegram, Associate in Arts degree. Last but not least, Melissa Prudence, Associate Degree in Nursing.
Graduates, please stand. By the authority given me by the Board of Trustees of the State of North Carolina, I hereby confer upon you the appropriate certificate, diploma, or degree which you have earned. You may move your tussle. Honoring our graduates, we think it's important to honor the faculty who have helped them get here. This year we have been awarded this degree for several years, this award for several years, but we're moving it to graduation because it's part of the faculty who have worked with these students. This year we are pleased to award our Adjunct Faculty of the Year to Alyssa Hammersmith, biology instructor. Congratulations. Each year we also recognize our Faculty of the Year. This year we had 3 individuals who were nominated. This is I won't say complicated, but a thorough process. They have to supply a lot of materials. There's a committee that goes through the materials, visits their classrooms, hat and somebody voting for you. It is a thorough process. This year we have 3 outstanding instructors who have been nominated, and they are Dr. Susan Lauer from the Math Department. Susan, come up. Union County Early College folks have had a lot to do with her, right? She's had a lot to do with them, I guess, would be. Miss Lori Starnes from here between all the celebration, there were a lot of medical assisting students walking across the stage tonight. And Lori and her staff do a great job. And last, Suzanne Rumble, Associate Degree Nursing. Congratulations to each of you. I'd like to be able to say that we're awarding each of them $10,000 and year sabbatical, but that's not in the cards. The person who is selected, I'm not going to say winner because they're all winners. They're all great faculty, and I don't know how, looking at the 3 of these and what I know, how anybody made the decision to pick one over the other, but they did, which they had to do. But the person selected does get to be nominated or is nominated as a community college faculty member of the year, and that does carry, I think, a $6,000 prize with it. So, who's going to pay me the most to It is my pleasure to recognize this year's outstanding Learning College faculty of the year 2011, Suzanne Rumble.
Good evening. Good evening. And on behalf of the South Piedmont Community College trustees, let me offer congratulations to all our graduates on this special day, Friday the 13th. Friday, May 13th, 2011. You've worked hard and accomplished much to get to this point in your life. We've heard some of the stories, and they are inspirational. We're aware of some of the sacrifices that have been made, and that's just one of the many reasons why we're so proud of each of you. You've earned the right to celebrate this important milestone in your life. So celebrate as you will, but do not forget how you got here. For if you expect to enjoy similar success in life, then be prepared to continue to work hard and make additional sacrifices. For success in life is seldom easy, but the rewards can be even more satisfying than earning a college degree. Before beginning with the honorary degree presentation, I would like to take a moment to recognize the trustees of the college and to thank them for the gifts of their time and resources in helping South Piedmont Community College to be all it can be. Would you please stand and remain standing as I call your name? Tom Crook, John Henley, Ken Horn, Hoy Lanning, Cynthia Little, Donna McNair, Dr. Charles Palmer, Richard Stone, Jarvis Woodward, and you don't have to stand up, but Bill Norwood, who has a cast on his leg, is seated right here on the front row. Would you join me in a round of applause? Charlotte Community College Board of Trustees, it is my inspiring privilege to bestow the Honorary Associate in Arts degree to a distinguished leader and friend of the institution, John Richard McKay. Only SPCC's second president, Dr. McKay has been a visionary leader and tireless supporter of the college since assuming the presidency in July of 2003. He has honored us with his friendship, leadership, guidance, and vision, while generously sharing both his talents and resources. Tonight, in presenting this degree, the Board of Trustees honors him and expresses our most sincere gratitude. Dr. McKay, would you come and stand here while I say nice things about you? Ladies and gentlemen, this is a man who right down to his very core believes in community colleges and what they mean to both students and communities. Indeed, his entire working life has been spent in education, with 38 of those years in the community college or the community college system. He is a walking, talking wealth of knowledge when it comes to community colleges and has the wisdom and experience to gracefully handle even the most difficult of circumstances when they arise. And they do arise from time to time, don't they, Dr. McKay? First, a little bit of history. Dr. McKay came to South Piedmont after serving as president of Morgan Community College in Colorado. He previously worked in community college positions in Alabama, Arkansas, and South Carolina. He holds a bachelor's degree in secondary education from Troy State University in Alabama, a master's in school administration, and a doctorate in community college leadership from Auburn University. When he arrived at South Piedmont in 2003, he took over the leadership of the state's newest community college. To get up to speed as quickly as possible, he began by splitting his time between campuses in Anson and Union counties, something he continues to do today. In his early days at South Piedmont, the college was considerably smaller. In the years since 2003, South Piedmont has seen enrollment growth of over 32%. To handle the growth in student population, faculty and staff have increased by 23%. To give you some idea of the sheer numbers, during this current college year, South Piedmont has served over 14,600 students through the curriculum, continuing education, and basic skills classes. The man has been tireless in his commitment to advance the college's goals and objectives, always moving us forward, always expanding what we commonly believe to be the limits of what we could achieve. To highlight what I'm talking about, let me mention some of his many accomplishments. He negotiated a land swap with Union County Public Schools to consolidate the college's Union County offerings into a single location in Monroe. Under his watch, South Piedmont achieved a rating as the 14th best community college in the nation, as selected by Washington Monthly Magazine. He initiated a successful $3.5 million Investment for Tomorrow campaign sponsored by the SPCC Foundation. He initiated the Foundation's current scholarship endowment campaign to increase the number of endowed scholarships, and that campaign is currently at about 80%, working toward a $1 million goal. He has overseen the introduction of important new programming that include the Associate Degree Nursing Program, Advanced Machining, Industrial Maintenance, Aerospace Manufacturing, I-Car Auto Body, and Career Readiness. He secured a job-ready mobile lab for Anson County with Golden Leaf monies. Under his watch, early college programs were initiated on both campuses and are doing well. He rode herd over the renovation of Building A on the Old Charlotte Highway campus in Monroe. He helped secure monies for the establishment of the Charlotte Pipe and Foundry Company Conference Center. Over $4 million in grant funding has flowed into the college during Dr. McKay's tenure. He made the decision to add food service to both campuses. He has seen an increase in county funding in both counties. He was instrumental in the renovation of 8,000 square feet of the college's Lockhart Taylor Center in Wadesboro and the creation of the Covington Wing. At his urging, the college started up an in-house leadership academy. He has overseen the startup of instructional technology labs on both campuses. Recognizing the importance of long-range planning, he has developed a facilities master plan for both campuses. He supports the college's international travel program. He encouraged the development of student career fairs in both counties. And he is currently seeking ideas and money to extend the life of New Ventures Business Development Incorporated and create interest in Anson County's community kitchen. Folks, all of this did not just happen. It has come about through one man's vision and just plain hard work. And yet, if you talk to him, he would much rather talk about those things that can yet be done to improve the student experience in our community than the things that have already been done. I would like to say to our graduates here tonight, some only dream of success while others wake up and work hard at it. Dr. McKay has been working hard at it for quite some time now. And after 38 years of hard work, I expect Dr. McKay might say to you that many of the great achievements of the world were accomplished by tired and discouraged people who kept on working. As you might imagine, it didn't take long for Dr. McKay to earn the respect of his peers across the state. Other presidents rely on him as a sounding board or call him for his opinion or advice. He is involved at the state level in the President's Council and is looked upon by the state community college system as someone that can get the job done and get it done right. His integrity and approach to others is one of his greatest gifts. He understands what it means to be a team player and doesn't mind rolling up his own sleeves when needed. He is always so practical in his approach to things. Let me digress for just a moment and tell a little story that I think demonstrates Dr. McKay's very down-to-earth practicality. Two important and egotistical college presidents were discussing what they would like said about them after they were gone from this life. The first said, "I would like for them to say that over a dozen buildings were erected on the campus while I was president." The second pompous president said, "I would like for them to say that I raised millions of dollars, more than any other president before me." About that time, the practical-minded Dr. McKay joined the conversation, and they asked him what he would like folks to say about him when he is gone. Without missing a beat, Dr. McKay replied, "I want them to say, 'Look, he's moving.'" Another of Dr. McKay's focal points has been on increasing the community's awareness of South Piedmont Community College. Throughout his tenure here, he has been heavily involved in community affairs. He has chaired the Anson County United Way and currently serves as chair of both the Union County Partnership for Progress and the New Ventures Business Development Center. He also serves on the board for the Anson County Chamber of Commerce, the Monroe Economic Development Board, the Anson Economic Development Commission, the Central Iowa Economic Development Commission, the Anson and Union Partnership for Children, the Union County Community Arts Council, and serves as a member of the Wadesboro Rotary Club. Makes me tired just reading about it. On the personal side, Dr. McKay is married to his lovely wife, Linda, and they have 2 children. Leah, who is a special education teacher in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and Jeff, who lives in the Raleigh area and works in mental health administration. Jeff is married to Heather, and they have made John and Linda the proud grandparents of a grandson, Joshua, who was here earlier but got a little bored. Would the McKay family please stand and be recognized? McKays enjoyed travel, having visited Japan and various points in Europe, as well as Hawaii and Alaska. And upon his retirement on June 30th of this year, Dr. McKay and Linda plan to remain in the area and continue their involvement in the community, but not before taking some well-deserved time off with a trip out through the western United States. Dr. McKay, it is my pleasure, both as a friend and on behalf of the South Piedmont Community College Board of Trustees, to confer upon you the Honorary Associate of Arts degree. Please note that this degree honors your dedication, your outstanding service to and support of the college, as well as your commitment to the community. Congratulations and thank you.
I apologize for probably boring you with all of that lengthy detail, and some of it I've forgotten about. Let me say first, thank you to the Board of Trustees. They've been a great group to work with. They always support South Piedmont Community College, not of personal agendas, and thank you for supporting me as president over these past 8 years. To the faculty, staff, and administration, a special thank you. All the things that he read couldn't have been done without you. It's easy to come up with ideas, but it's more difficult to try to get everybody on board, pulling in the same direction, and sometimes that works, and sometimes it doesn't, but we've been more successful than not in doing that. You have always had a focus on student success, and you have worked hard to make SPCC a better college, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the work that you have done. Finally, I'd like to thank my family for their support. I tell my wife she married me because I told her I would take her out of her little hometown in Alabama. What I didn't tell her was we'd move all over the country in the process. But she has been a great trooper. The only difference is she counts every house we lived in. I count the cities we lived in as far as the number of moves. So we have a little discrepancy there in how many times we moved. To my children, I thank you. You've been able to move, and I moved one time when they were both in high school, and they survived. They even went back to their high school graduation, 10th year anniversary, I think, both of you. Or 20 years, I don't know, how many they had, 20? Yeah. So they didn't have a terrible experience while they were there. This is a special ceremony in getting this award. Somebody asked me a year or two ago, having been in education 45 years, and as Harvey said, 38 in community colleges, how many graduations had I been involved in? Well, I started trying to count them, and I think I did a decent count. I'm not sure I remember every one because we've
had several at the prisons in Hanson County, and I don't know how many there were there, but I estimate it's at least 90. So some of them did more special than others. I remember one in Fort Morgan that was the graduation from hell. Some things, if it could go wrong, it went wrong. In some cases, it went wrong twice. My children's graduations are, of course, at the top, but this one ranks right up there with it. So thank you, trustees, and again, thanks to everybody for this honor. And I think I'll wear it this way if I ever have to wear my gown again, is put this one on the outside of my robe here over the sash, and so everybody can see it and let them know how proud I am to have this particular honorary degree. Thank you again. And then with that, let me make a couple of closing remarks, and then we'll be through. It's only been an hour and 20 minutes, so it's not as long as it seems. It's a bit longer than this in a movie. I have it's not a poem, it's a chapter from a book. The book is entitled The Greatest Salesman in the World. It's been out since the 70s. It's written by a man who has, if you think you have an unusual first name, his first name is Og, O-G. Og Mandino. And this is a book about how to be the greatest salesman in the world, but I think it also applies to being successful in whatever you do. For graduates, this is for you. You've been successful. You've made it this far. I don't know what your goals are. Those that graduated at Union County Early College last night, you have some terrific goals. I was amazed at what they want to do and they're going to do it, not just what they want to do. But along the way, you're going to run into roadblocks. Failure's going to crop up every now and then. And it's how you respond to that failure or that roadblock that's going to determine your ultimate success. This chapter in the book, The Greatest Salesman in the World, and I'm only going to read just a little bit of it. It's called, I Will Persist Until I Succeed. I was not delivered into this world in defeat, nor does failure course in my veins. I am not a sheep waiting to be prodded by my shepherds. I am a lion, and I refuse to walk, to talk, to sleep with the sheep. I will hear not those who weep and complain, for their disease is contagious. Let them join the sheep. The slaughterhouse of failure is not my destiny. I will persist until I succeed. The prizes of life are at the end of each journey, not near the beginning. And it is not given to me to know how many steps are necessary in order to reach my goal. Always I will take another step. And if that is of no avail, I will take another and yet another. In truth, one step at a time is not too difficult. I will persist until I succeed. Henceforth, I will consider each day's effort as but one blow of my blade against the mighty oak. The first blow may cause not a tremor in the wood, nor the second, nor the third. Each blow of itself may be trifling and seem of no consequence. Yet, from childish stripes, the oak will eventually tumble. So it will be with my efforts of today. I will be likened to the raindrop which washes away the mountains, the ant who devours the tiger, the star which brightens the earth. I will persist until I succeed. I will remove from my vocabulary such words as defeat, phrases such as quit, cannot, unable, impossible, out of the question, improbable, failure, unworkable, hopeless, and retreat, for they are the words of fools. I will avoid despair, but if the disease of the mind should infect me, then I will work on in despair. I will toil and I will endure, ignore the obstacles at my feet and keep my eyes on the goals above my head. For I know where the dry desert ends, the green grass grows. I will persist until I succeed. And graduates, I hope whatever your goal is, whatever your dreams are, persist until you succeed. Thank you, and I declare this graduation ceremony